Hey, what is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday like I am. Like I always say, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday. I really do. I sincerely do. Listen, I am out having a wonderful afternoon. Just dropped my son off to school. And listen, let me tell you something. We know that life can be hard and we can have trouble on every side. And God never promised that we wouldn't have trouble. Over and over again in scripture in the New Testament, Paul and the disciples, they always, and there are a number of times that they said that in this life that we will have trouble, that we will have trouble. There is, God never promised that we wouldn't have trouble. We are going to have trouble, but it's how we go through the trouble. You can do trouble without God or you can do trouble with God. But how many of us know that having trouble with God is way better than having trouble without God? I'm sorry, you guys. I'm a little distracted because where I am, there are like a number of grasshoppers. And there's this one that's sitting on the bench right here. And he's so cute, okay? But I don't want to get bullied by him, okay? But anyway, but there's a scripture right here that says, in John 16:33, it says, I have said these things to you, and that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulations, but take heart. I have overcome the world. I have overcome the world. He have overcome the world. That means we're going to have tribulations. We're going to have trouble. We're going to have problems. But we are to take heart in God and not fear, because God is with us. We know that God is our strength. We were talking about that at Bible study, that God is our strength, that He is our refuge in the time of trouble. And our refuge, what refuge looks like, is God's peace in the time of trouble. His peace covers us in the time of trouble. So all hell could be breaking loose. And guess what? God's peace is the one that protects us. His peace is the one that covers us. His peace is the one that keeps our minds. His peace is the one that keeps us sane during all of the stuff that's going around us, all of the chaos that's going on around us. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have trouble. We're going to have trouble. I only wish that in the church that more preachers, pastors, prophets, would teach that we're going to have trouble, so that when trouble comes, we're able to stand, and not be so quick to run from trouble. But I hope you guys are encouraged, take heart and know that in this life that we're going to have trouble. And if you notice, as you read through Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and on down, Hebrew, Romans, all of that, over and over again, it says that we will have trouble. We will have trouble. Paul went through his walk with God, and in a lot of trouble, facing a lot of trouble. But God kept him, He kept a praise on his lips. He prayed all the time. They fasted. They kept God before them. That's how they were able to be sustained through all the troubles and through all the trials and through all the tribulations. They went through a lot, okay? So let's take heart, knowing that God is with us through all the trials and tribulations, through all the trouble, through the heartache, through the pain, through the grief, through everything, So take heart today. I love you guys, and have a blessed rest of this Thursday, okay? I love you guys, so be blessed.